Today is probably going to be the coldest mountain bike race I've ever done. When I got up this morning, the thermostat that shows the outside temperature registered 28 degrees. I've done mountain bike events that have been this cold, but never a full-on race. So today is a race at my local trails. It's part of the Florida Endurance Series. And there's a 30-mile option and a 60-mile option. I think I made a video of this race last year, actually. I'm gonna do the 30-mile option, which really is more of a long cross-country race or a short endurance race, however you wanna look at it. But yeah, it's gonna be cold. So last weekend I raced on the same course, same distance. It was a cross-country race. And the temperature, I think by the time we were done, it was 85. So that is a huge variation in temperature. And I don't think it's supposed to get above 40 during the race. It might get into the low 40s by the end of the race. So I think the race is going to take me about 2 hours and 20 minutes is what I'm estimating. Starts at 9:15, but the issue is, this is the morning the time changed, so it's not going to get light until an hour later, which means it's not going to warm up as fast. So yeah, I know some of y'all who live up north are like, man, 28, that's balmy weather. Well, not here. You know, it's kind of like skiing, right? You just got to make sure you have the right clothing on. But cycling's pretty unique because you need to be cold the first 15 minutes. If you're not, you're gonna be sweating, and that's not a good thing because that'll make you more cold. So if you can't tell, I'm making my smoothie. This is what I have every morning before I do a ride, whether it's a race or a long gravel ride. Oh, and by the way, there is a gravel event today locally called the Hell of the North. It's a 200-mile gravel ride that starts at 8 o'clock. That's going to be a cold ride. See, I don't mind mountain biking in the cold near as much as I mind gravel riding, because gravel riding, you have a lot more wind on you. I've got really decent cold weather riding gear down to about probably 25, so I should be good today. For me, the key is keeping your feet warm and your hands warm. If you can do that, you're good. So feet, I'm fine. I've got those little things you put in your ski boots that heat up. So I'm gonna put one of those between my toe warmers and my shoe. The hands is what I'm kind of wondering about, because I have some really nice gloves. They're like a 2-layer, like you got an inner glove and then an outer glove. They're made by Specialized, but they're thick, and I've never really used those. In fact, I've never used those in a mountain bike race. But I've got some thinner gloves, but I don't know. They might be too thin for temperatures in the upper 20s, low 30s for most of the race. I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I'll probably wear the thicker ones. I'd rather, you know, it's a cross-country race, so there's a lot of cornering. So I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there. Just put them on right around. Make sure it's not too cumbersome. So yeah, I'm going to drink the smoothie and get ready and go do my coldest mountain bike race ever. Kind of an adventure, right? Cheers. It's good. I'm drinking a cold smoothie before a cold mountain bike race. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but this is how I get my nutrition before a race. It's warming up. It's now up to 30. Not too bad in the sun. There's no wind today, which is really nice. If it were windy, that would make it much worse. Number 660, getting ready to go. So the plan is to put hand warmers, which I don't have any toe warmers, unfortunately, but I'm going to stick these underneath my toe covers, and that should keep my toes warm. That's the thing, for me, that's the thing that gets cold the most, when it's below, like, 40 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, slightly unconventional, but it'll work. These toe covers have seen better days. They're about done. I don't know how old these things are, but they're old.
What's up, guys? We're at this Gone Riding endurance race. We're currently waiting for Dad to come through. He's gone through twice. He's on his third lap.
Alright, that is Cliff Gibbs coming through.
Tight single track and he can catch right back up. How's your shoulder?
You alright?
Yeah.
You get your family taking picture of you, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for pulling.
Absolutely. Good ride. Hey. I
just your paparazzi.
I just want to thank my sponsor, my job, for giving me money to buy bikes. Appreciate it.
So what happened?
All right, so that was a good race, but I had a mechanical the first 2 minutes of the race. My shifting went bad, and I didn't know what was going on, so I thought that the chain kind of went outside the derailleur. I've had that happen before, kind of come off the pulley, but when I pull off and looked at it, I had moss wrapped all up in the derailleur. We had a big storm, and I had to pull off. It took me, I don't know, it seemed like 5 minutes. It was probably only about 45 seconds to a minute, but I had so many people pass me. So actually, I'll show some of the race and how it went down. So you'll see me pull off about 2 minutes into the race. Here we go.
Ready, set, go!
I got a pass when you get a chance?
Yeah.
Right side, right side? Appreciate it. That's all right. Sucked. Got a huge chunk of moss in my derailleur. I just lost like a minute. Pass on your right. Pass on your left. Pass on your left. Pass on your left. Sorry, I'm sorry. Pass on your left. Your right. On your right side. Right side. Pass on your right. Right. Pass on your right. Pass. Pass. All right, right side. You see it? So that's how the day of racing went down at today's endurance race. I actually ended up winning my age category, which I was honestly pretty surprised because it seemed like I was off the bike like 5 minutes. I went back and timed myself as I watched the video and it was only about 45 to 55 seconds. When I tried to get going again, like I showed in the subtitles, the chain came off the front chain ring. And so I just kept my head about myself, started passing. Kudos to everybody who let me pass. Everybody was super cool about it. And I was able to work my way back up and ended up with a really good race. And I didn't even think we were going to have the race the day before because of how much rain we got over the last 3 or 4 days before the race. In fact, what I'm showing you right now is literally 24 hours before the race started, and it had been raining like that for 3 or 4 days straight. I estimate that we got between 8 to 10 inches of rain before the race started, and the course ended up drying out amazingly well. There were a few wet and muddy spots. One of them you could ride around, some of them you had to ride through, but it was not bad at all. In fact, the traction was really good on some sections, so that course dries out so fast. I think, you know, there's a lot of debris on the trail. That's probably why I got moss in my rear derailleur, because it just falls out of the trees during storms. But again, ended up with a good race. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit more of a vlog style for my race videos, just something different. So anyway, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.